Now on CoastTV News.
High waters, people in Dewey Beach looking at raising their homes to stay dry. Could a new ordinance be the solution to flooding fears? Rental crackdown. Ocean City short-term rentals are getting new regulations, and there may be more changes on the horizon. President Trump meets with Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu, talking Gaza, hostages, and a controversial U.S. plan to rebuild.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Staying dry in Dewey, what's being considered to combat flooding issues in town? Good evening, I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to Coast TV News at 11. We begin tonight literally on the coast right in Dewey Beach. And that's because, yes, we are still talking about flooding issues in the coastal town. But Dewey's Planning and Zoning Commission has drafted an ordinance that would allow people to raise their homes in hopes of combating those flooding issues. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy is going to join us live from Dewey Beach tonight. Brendan, some homes have already been raised. Others are thinking of doing the same.
Christina, I'm back here on Reed Avenue, and some of the houses in this spot do have their houses raised, while some others don't. But if you take a look on your screen now, I don't want to get too close to the property, but let me show you some close-ups of what these floorboards look like. And if you see, they are clearly raising the house pretty high up, and that's what these people are looking for, to stay away from any water damage. And one person I spoke to that does live here but doesn't have his house raised, well, he might change his mind pretty soon. Keeping your house and everything you own dry. For people who live in Dewey Beach, especially near the water, that is what they're striving for with an ordinance that would allow them to raise their homes.
If you have flood or rain, heavy rain here, we'll have a foot of water out here in half an hour.
The drafted ordinance would allow each home to be raised 1 foot by freeboards. And for people who live on Reed Avenue, it's something to think about.
We've considered it over the years, and some people are doing it.
The town says the biggest flooding problems come from roads closest to the ocean. Check this out. I'm right here on Reed Avenue by the water, and while it's too dark to show you the water, let me show you this right here. This is where the sea level actually is, and although there's some rocks and some barriers, if those weren't there, all that water could potentially flood the whole entire street. And that's what's making people who live here nervous and wondering if they need to do a project of raising their house. But if they do, it could be costly. One local told me the cost of this project about a decade ago was $12,000. Now, it would be $140,000. Town manager Bill Zolper says spots closer to the water like Van Dyke Street and Reed Avenue have it the worst.
Everything down along the bay, that's really the worst flooding. Reed Street is the worst street when it floods in Dewey. Then McKinley Street, Van Dyke, and Dickinson Street they all flood.
The ordinance will now move to Town Council for further discussion. The Planning and Zoning Commission is going to make some revisions and fix up the language before Town Council gets it, but pretty soon we could see a discussion or a vote in the near future. Live in Dewey Beach, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
Thank you for that, Brendan. Well, it seems like everything costs more these days, and that's including utility bills. But customers with Delmarva Power say they're being charged double what they're used to on utility bills. People online have been questioning a delivery fee, but Delmarva Power says there are no new charges. They just started listing a more complete breakdown to show transparency. As far as overall increases, Delmarva Power says it's just the weather.
Kind of that perfect storm, with these unseasonably cold temperatures and increased usage. So for just December alone, for our Delaware customers, we saw about a 40% increase in usage as compared to November.
Now, Delmarva Power says they do not have the authority to implement their own charges to customers. That's regulated by the Delaware Public Service Commission. And this story brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should the Public Service Commission do now? Let's take a look at the results. And it looks like most people still saying the Public Service Commission should freeze rate hikes. A few saying increase oversight, improve transparency, or hold some hearings about all this. And we still want to know what you think. It's not too late to vote. You can still vote. Go over to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. We're taking a live look outside into Lewis now, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a first check on the weather. Hey there, Paul.
Hey there, Christina. And what we're looking forward to is a much cooler day for tomorrow, and that's going to set the stage for the possibility of rain, possibly changing over to a bit of freezing rain, maybe even some sleet. Well, but we're at 37 degrees right now. Salisbury, courtesy our Tidal Health camera. We're going to drop to 33 degrees with partly cloudy skies by 3 o'clock. Winter weather advisory is in effect, but this is actually for Milford and north of that, so we're talking about Kent and Newcastle counties, not necessarily talking about the immediate Sussex County area. We'll have more on your full forecast coming up. To then, back to you, Christina.
Okay, thanks, Paul. We'll check back in later. According to the Georgetown Police Department, ICE agents conducted a fugitive apprehension operation Tuesday within Georgetown. Police say they were notified of the operation by ICE, but were not involved and did not receive any requests for assistance. The number of detainees remains unclear. Police say they are unable to provide specific details at this point related to the federal investigation, but the Georgetown Police Department also saying in a statement, quote, "We want to emphasize that the safety and security of our residents and visitors remain our top priority," unquote. For some more information on this situation in Georgetown, be sure to check out CoastTV.com. Well, if you're planning to vacation in Ocean City, you may have to book your stay for a minimum of 5 days now. This week, the Ocean City Council approved the first reading of an ordinance that adds a minimum length of stay for short-term rentals. That's in residential areas and for mobile homes. One realtor gathered over 200 signatures for a petition opposing this rule, but that did not stop the council from pushing it forward.
Guests now come 3.41 days, and that's the national average. So saying 5 days, we're cutting out half of people's rental income in the summer. We have a very short window for people to make enough money to pay their bills.
The minimum length of stay proposal did pass its first reading on Monday, so now it's going to go to its second and final reading during the next Ocean City Council meeting. Now, on top of these new rental changes, there's something else. If you have a property you would like to rent out this year in Ocean City, you're going to have to wait. Monday night, in a separate emergency ordinance, Town Council also approved an 11-month moratorium on new short-term rental licenses. Again, that's for single-family residential and mobile home residential districts. Something that the Ocean City mayor says was needed after the recent regulation changes.
That's so we can take a pause so that we can really further evaluate, the number of rentals, exactly what the impact is on those areas, and if we really want to see more rentals, in the R1 and MH areas.
Property owners with an existing rental license may apply for a renewal and a supplementary short-term rental license for the 2025 year. In regional news, Mother Nature is constantly reshaping Chincoteague Island, but some watermen on the island are worried about erosion on its southern end. This is Harbor Master Vernon Merritt showing video of the erosion on Google Maps. A charter boat captain says if nothing is done to protect this southern inlet, the million-dollar industries of fishing and sightseeing could no longer exist.
Time is of the essence. The longer we wait, the worse it gets. So something has to be done. Waiting for a study to be done or waiting to see what happens generally doesn't work too well. We need action, and we need it now to protect what's here.
Leonard is suggesting that the state or the Army Corps of Engineers could bring dredge material to build up sandbars just off the island to keep the waves from eating away at Chincoteague Island's shoreline. At the White House, President Trump invited Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to talk about the ceasefire in Gaza, the release of the rest of the hostages, and the future of the Gaza Strip. NBC's Andrea Mitchell has more.
Tonight, President Trump rolling out the red carpet for Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House to talk about Gaza and freeing the remaining hostages.
Thank you very much.
It's President Trump's first invitation to a foreign leader after 4 years of President Biden denying Netanyahu a White House visit.
We want peace. We want people to stop being killed. But everybody's demanding one thing, very simple, peace. And he wants peace also.
Hamas is not going to be in Gaza, and we're going to get everyone back.
Sitting next to Netanyahu, Mr. Trump is suggesting close to 2 million Palestinians could move out of Gaza to Egypt and Jordan while Gaza is rebuilt, which he said could take 10 to 20 years.
Gaza maybe is a demolition site right now. If you look at Gaza, there's hardly a building standing. I think we need another location. I think it should be a location that's going to make people happy.
But most Gazans don't want to leave, and leaders in Egypt and Jordan have said they don't want to take them.
The whole thing is a mess. And I think that if we can resettle, and I believe we can do it in areas where the leaders currently say no.
While tonight, the family of American-Israeli hostage Keith Siegel speaking to NBC News after he was released Saturday following 484 days held captive.
There were no words. It was a wow. It was an amazing. It was, oh my gosh, is this really happening?
President Trump also signaling a new U.S. approach to Iran, saying he would meet with Iran's president, but signing an executive order sanctioning Iran, saying he is unhappy to do it, but has to be strong and firm.
That was NBC's Andrea Mitchell reporting. And we still have more news to get into this evening. Coming up, Delmarva is buzzing with Eagles pride. See how fans are gearing up and showing support as the Birds get ready for the Super Bowl. But first, how a billboard led one woman to a life-saving lung cancer screening and how it could help you too.
Taking a look at what we're expecting with the Bay forecast. Listen, we're going to be dealing with the possibility of some wintry weather in our neck of the woods. We'll talk more about that coming up in just 60 seconds.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Don't miss the President's Day mattress sale at Johnny Janasic. Get huge savings on the best brands like Beauty Rest Black, Stearns & Foster, Purple, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, and Kingsdown. And get 30% off Casper mattresses and 40% off Nectar mattresses. Plus up to 48 months interest-free financing. Shop the President's Day mattress sale for a limited time only at Johnny Janasic's Mattress World.
We're bracing for a very chilly day for Wednesday and a somewhat messy day, particularly in the early morning hours for Thursday. Our Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury, we're coming in at about 37 degrees at this present time with the winds at about 5 miles per hour. Temperatures are expected to tumble into the lower 30s, 34 by 2 o'clock, 33, just 1 degree away from freezing by 3 o'clock in the morning with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Here's what we're expecting. Temperatures will continue to drop for tonight. We've already tumbling into the 30s. And then we're going to go for a yellow alert day for Thursday. It was initially calling for one on Wednesday, late Wednesday, but the models seem to continue to delay when we're looking for the rain and the possibility of sleet or freezing rain to come knocking on our door. And then we'll have roller coaster temperatures following that. So we're already clocking the 30s in some areas. We're at 38 degrees in Milton and Red, 39 in Georgetown, Delmar, and in Seaford, as well as Ocean Pines. So we're already in the 30s. We have the threat of wintry weather in Newcastle as well as Kent. Now, it goes all the way down towards Milford, which is sort of our viewing area there as well, but not quite for us here in Sussex County, okay? Just outside of our immediate area that we typically talk about and mostly concerned with. But see, we're in the general vicinity of a winter storm that's focusing to the north, but we're going to be affected by the bottom edge of that system. This is the model that suggests that we have light scattered showers in Ocean Pines and Ocean View by 3:30 for Wednesday. And then we go through the timeline here, we start seeing just touches of pink here and there by Wednesday night. That's where it's changing over to sleet. But then you'll notice a lot of reds and oranges following that. Those are just regular showers as the temperatures bounce back up. That's why I'm not so overly concerned about icing possibly to occur, but it's a possibility. We go into Thursday, we're looking at the wind surging out of the southwest as early as Thursday, then turning back around on Friday, coming out of the north. So with the surge of winds primarily coming out of the south for the next few days, I'm expecting a warmer trend. We have an 84% chance of rain for Thursday, and then we'll develop a 69% chance of rain on Saturday and a 46% chance of rain on Sunday. Now we take a look at a different model, and what you'll notice is that we have widespread pink breaking out for us about 11:30 on Wednesday. This is where I'm looking at our best opportunity for some scattered sleet, but then the rain comes right immediately behind it, and it kind of wipes it away very quickly. So that's the same pattern that we're seeing in the most southern portions of our viewing area. You see how that wave of yellow, this is just rain here, we're showing the yellow color, and this is actually heavier showers with the orange, with actually a red cell expected over Salisbury at 10:30. That'll be interesting to see if that verifies, so we'll keep a close eye on that if it's a real possibility. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. Rain on Thursday, rain on Saturday, and the Eagles should win on Sunday.
We shall see. Thank you, Paul. Well, today is World Cancer Day. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths, and while early detection can save lives, experts say many of those eligible for screening don't get tested. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains who should be screened and talks to a lung cancer survivor about why she says a billboard saved her life.
For months, Denise Lee passed a billboard that caught her eye. It said, "Saved by the Scan," advocating for people to be screened for lung cancer.
I smoked for 40 years, and so I consider myself high risk.
Lee says she didn't know about low-dose CT scans, a simple x-ray that takes multiple pictures of the lungs with little radiation. It takes only a few minutes, and there's no pain. After advocating for herself at the doctor, she was screened.
My primary care physician called me, and she said, yeah, they found a spot. Actually a tumor.
It was cancer, but Lee says because of the screening, the disease was caught early before it spread.
I always say that the billboard saved my life because literally that's what happened.
The American Lung Association says low-dose CT scans can reduce the lung cancer death rate by up to 20%, but only about 16% of those eligible for it in 2022 actually got tested. Anyone between the ages of 50 and 80 who smokes now or has quit within the past 15 years and has a 20-pack year or more smoking history should be screened.
You multiply the number of packs per year by the number of years you smoke. So 1 pack per day times 20 years is 20 pack years.
Dr. Bobby Mahajan says in recent years, the 5-year lung cancer survival rate has improved, but the earlier the disease is detected, the chances of survival significantly increase.
Lung cancer screening is effective and it can save lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Anyone interested in seeing if they qualify for a low-dose CT scan can take an eligibility quiz by visiting the American Lung Cancer Association's website. Coming up in sports, the Henlopen South race in boys basketball just became that much tighter. Highlights from Lake Forest and more up ahead. And coming up, how you can get a game day fade. One local barber is carving team spirit straight into haircuts.
What if your morning was just easier? At Wawa,
Good morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Hi. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Designed to outlast and outlive. Toyota trucks are unmatched, unstoppable, unequaled. Take Tacoma. Now with an available iForce Max turbocharged hybrid engine. Outfitted with the most advanced tech and ready for anything. Buy a Tacoma now with 4.99% APR or lease for just $249 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty, I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FHFERP, we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Call FHFERP.com.
Don't forget, this deal is too good to miss. Get $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Rewards members, redeem your bonus offers every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today. This is Coast TV News at 11.
Check this out, some game day haircuts here on the coast. Eagles fans here gearing up for the Super Bowl, of course. They've got their jerseys, their game day snacks, and now their game day haircuts. Paul Cusimano, owner of Millville Barbershop, says he put his bright idea and his friend's artistic skills together to create this.
Victor's an amazing artist, and I thought what a great idea if he could do designs in people's hair for the Super Bowl. It's been pretty popular and cool to see with all the local Eagles fans. They definitely like it.
And these designs are being done for the biggest Eagles fans on Delmarva for just $30. And local businesses across Delaware are seeing a major boost in sales as we inch closer to the big game. Fans are flocking to stores to stock up on Eagles gear, driving a surge in demand that has been building since the postseason began. For many business owners, the excitement surrounding the Super Bowl is already paying off. But if the Eagles bring home the Lombardi Trophy, they're expecting an even bigger rush than the daily crowds they've already been seeing.
Obviously, I want an Eagles win. As far as sales go, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, we're going to have to buy a whole lot more Eagles stuff to stock the store. I think I just want to see a good game, but I want an Eagles win.
The Birds take on the Chiefs this Sunday in New Orleans, and kickoff is at 6:30.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The first week of February is always a big one here on Delmarva, where you find out which teams are contenders and which schools are pretenders. Coming into the night, Seaford was first in the Henlopen South at 12-3 in girls basketball. Last year, this matchup with Woodbridge decided who went to the conference title game. But bad news for the Blue Raiders. Amira Tingle and Kamira Cornish-Bain still play for the Jays. These two ladies combined for 38 points in a 59-34 win. Tingle paved the way with 24, while Woodbridge junior Jada Plummer poured in 12 to lead the Raiders. Next up for Seaford is Sussex Academy on Thursday. That same day, Woodbridge hosts Lake Forest. Speaking of the Spartans, the boys rolled to victory tonight. Lake topped Early College High School 53-27 to improve to 9-5 on the season. Darius Miller was the catalyst tonight for the home team, dropping a game-high 21 points. Seth Young wasn't far behind for Lake with 17 of his own. Lake now moves within a game and a half of Early College for second in the Henlopen South Division. And this Saturday, Salisbury men's lacrosse will be broadcast live on DSN for the first time. The second-rate Gulls take on Grove City College at Under Armour Stadium in Baltimore. Face-off is set for 1 p.m. this weekend. That is for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Coming up next, new developments in last week's deadly plane crashes in Philadelphia and D.C., plus how these tragedies are sparking renewed calls for stricter air traffic safety regulations.
Here's a look at your small business shopcast for this weekend. If you're going to go out looking for some deals, you better take an umbrella with you or maybe win one of ours. Either way, it's going to be raining.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
This February, fall in love with safety and reliability because at Gateway Subaru, we believe love means keeping you safe. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
Some people will stop at nothing to get your stuff. Get solid security and protect yourself from theft, fire, and accidents with American-made Rhino at Southern States in Milford. Experience peace of mind with financing available when you buy local from the only Rhino dealer on Delmarva. They'll deliver and set it up for you too. Ask about Rhino's Thank You for Your Service rebate program. Protect your stuff with Rhino. Everything else is just storage. Securing Delmarva one safe at a time. Southern States of Milford.
Find your summertime style at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Refresh your home with our huge in-stock selection. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 12 months interest-free financing. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Relax in our Lazy Boy Motion Furniture Gallery. Browse our full line of appliances like Speed Queen. And trust our professional and experienced service and installation team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
Authorities have now recovered all 67 victims from last week's mid-air collision between an American Airlines flight and an Army helicopter near Reagan National Airport. On your screen now, you can see crews still working to remove the wreckage of the plane and the helicopter from the Potomac River. Again, the remains of all 67 victims have now been recovered. All but one have been identified. The cause of the collision remains under investigation. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, recovery efforts continue after a medical jet crashed there on January 31st. Officials say 24 people were injured, with 4 still in the hospital. The death toll remains at 7, 6 people on the plane and 1 person on the ground. And new photos from the National Transportation Safety Board show the crash site, including a crater and the cockpit voice recorder, which was found 8 feet deep at the initial impact site. And now the jet crash in Philadelphia and the deadly mid-air collision near the nation's capital last week have put a renewed focus on aviation safety. As Ted Greenberg reports, there's an ongoing push to put more eyes on air traffic using innovative training tools.
This is exactly what they would be facing in the tower.
This simulator offers a high degree of realism for the dozen or so air traffic control students at Atlantic Cape Community College. The school's chair for aviation operations, Tim Swick, would like to have double that amount.
There's a need for more controllers. About 3/4 of the FAA's facilities are staffed at a level below their target.
Concerns intensified about an ongoing shortage of air traffic controllers in the U.S. following last week's catastrophic mid-air collision between an American Airlines jet and Army helicopter near Washington, D.C.'s Reagan National Airport.
The more controllers that we can have and the closer we can come to the required staffing, the better off we are.
There's this new generation of trainees now where they kind of grew up with a device, in their hands.
The company Alex Wynn runs is developing new video game-like training software designed to attract and engage air traffic control students. DC-based Concepts Beyond has offices at the National Aerospace Research and Technology Park in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey.
Cat 05.
The innovative software uses AI, machine learning, and has multiple skill levels that become more realistic.
09er, clear for takeoff.
The system is designed to complement, but not replace, existing training tools, which the company says often use scripted scenarios that can become predictable.
Turn left.
But here we're creating methods where the scenarios are kind of auto-generated and can be adapted to the student's performance so that they see more randomness that provides for a more realistic real-world situation.
2 inbound aircraft.
The air traffic control program at Atlantic Cape is the only one of its kind in New Jersey.
We're trying to get the word out that we're here and that this is a good career.
Ready to help future controllers spread their wings with a focus on safety.
Coming up next, some interesting freebie offers that you can take advantage of this Super Bowl Sunday.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, a local pup is hitting the big leagues in this year's Puppy Bowl. Meet the furry star making waves. Plus, the great debate. Is it better to text or call your friends? Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
The perfect Valentine's Day starts with a puppy from Puppies R Us in Bridgeville. Puppies R Us has the largest selection of lovable puppies on the shore. Visit our website or like us on Facebook. From purebreds to hybrids, our pups are vet-checked, vaccinated, and microchipped, so you can be sure your new furry family member will be happy and healthy. You'll love our Valentine's double discounts. Get $200 off a puppy purchase, a free bag of Candiday dog food, and 20% off accessories for a month. We finance too. Puppies R Us, Route 13, Bridgeville, Delaware.
If you've inherited a home or have a distressed property that you just want to be done with, then call me, Delmarva Dave. I buy houses. The process is simple. I'll make you a fast cash offer and close in 30 days so you can just move on. No agents, no showings, no repairs, and no stress. It really is that simple when you work with a professional home buyer like me, Delmarva Dave. I'll make selling your home a breeze.
Keep your home warm and cozy with Chesapeake Home Services. Right now, enjoy up to $1,000 off your new HVAC system, plus get a free air purifier. Call us today to learn about our 0% financing options and no money down programs. With Chesapeake, you get our risk-free guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason within the first year and we can't fix it, we'll buy it back. Chesapeake Home Services.
Service sure to make you smile. They always go the extra mile.
At Cabinet Discounters, we're turning your remodeling dreams into reality. Whether you're upgrading your kitchen, revamping your bathroom, or adding storage solutions to other spaces, we've got you covered. With over 40 years of trusted expertise, we're proud to bring our commitment to quality and service to Frankfort, Delaware. Explore top quality cabinets, elegant countertops, and expert design services at our showroom. And let us help bring your vision to life.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price.
She wanted to quit their office romance.
He seemed very angry, very hostile. He was harassing me, even got fired.
It's never a good idea to get involved with somebody at work.
Judge Judy.
Wednesday at 2 on Coast TV.
Guess what? The Super Bowl this Sunday means some cool freebie offers for people and pets. Among them, online pet retailer Chewy is giving away 59,000 treats for birds, dogs, and cats. But that's if, and only if, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend. They say they're going with the birds because they have a soft spot for all animals. Meanwhile, Chipotle is giving away up to 50,000 free entrees, and Buffalo Wild Wings is offering 6 free wings on February 24th if the big game goes into overtime.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to be cheering for an overtime, aren't they? All right, and that would be a good game, by the way. Our Gateway Subaru camera in Ocean City, coming in at about 41 degrees, dew point temperature of 22. Now, we're going to drop to 38 degrees as quick as we possibly can, then stay there for a while until we get to about, let's say, 3 o'clock in the morning with partly to mostly cloudy skies and 34. Winter weather advisory is in effect for places like Milford, just north of Greenwood, Harrington, as well as the Riverview area. Primarily, we're talking about Kent and going up to Newcastle, but we're not technically in that same concern area here in Sussex and even down towards Ocean City. Our umbrella giveaway winner, by the way, is Vince Barr of Ocean View. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line. The number is 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Brogstad, Mandalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your 10-day forecast. Calling for a yellow alert day for us on Thursday, but it's going to warm up quickly to 50 degrees. I think there's a better chance of some frozen precipitation on Saturday and next Tuesday, but we'll keep a close eye out.
All right, thank you, Paul. And thanks to you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news or local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.